Hey guys, welcome back to Getting Curious with Coach Cecilia. Today's session, I'd like to talk to you about from burnout to balance and the journey to reclaiming your life. So, acknowledging burnout early on can really be impactful to your personal and your professional life. Highlighting the importance of addressing burnout to achieve a balanced life is key. So, what are some of the signs of burnout? Well, here goes. Some of them are pretty apparent. Chronic fatigue, decreased performance, physical symptoms, detachment, a lack of motivation, irritability, difficulty concentrating, feeling a bit of inefficacy, right? So when I think about chronic fatigue, it's like constantly feeling tired and drained, even if you've had a good night of sleep. Emotional exhaustion, feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and you're unable to really cope with the day-to-day challenges. Physical symptoms, now it could be headaches, muscle tension. It can also be just like these ailments that just pop up out of nowhere, as an example. Lack of motivation. Well, when I think of lack of motivation, I think of just a drop in your being enthusiastic about everyday life. Difficulty concentrating, staying focused, remembering things is an issue. Being able to make decisions is even an issue. Not being able to sleep through the night is an issue. So, what are some of the causes of the feeling of burnout, as it relates to work and or lifestyle? Well, feeling overworked, feeling a lack of control, insufficient support, unclear job expectations, work-life imbalance, a lack of recognition, and a monotonous routine, right? So these are just some of the things that can create the feeling of burnout. When we talk about overwork, it's like an excessive workload. You have many tasks, many responsibilities without adequate time or resources, which could lead to chronic stress. Lack of control. I think of the feeling like you don't have control over your work or the decision making. When you're not the boss, or when you are not a true partner in a company, then this can possibly lead to a little bit of micromanagement, where you feel like you're constantly being scrutinized, which can decrease job satisfaction and increase stress, as an example. So here's some of the things that you can be doing to achieve the balance that you need in life, right? So set clear priorities in your life. What does that mean? Identify the things that truly matter to you, both personally and professionally. Focus on the activities in your life and the goals in your life that align with your values and your long-term visions. Establish boundaries. It's okay to say no, especially if these are not serving as priorities in your life. Set limits on work hours, as an example, and create time for your personal activities and relaxation. Practice time management. So there's tons of tools that you could be utilizing to help you with your time efficacy. Prioritizing tasks, as an example, setting deadlines for yourself so that you can allocate time for family, friends, and also self-care. Taking care of your health. This is something that a lot of us struggle with, but the reality is, if you don't have good health, then you can't show up and do the job that you need to be doing, right? Prioritizing your health is maintaining balanced meals. It's maintaining exercising regularly. It's getting enough sleep. Mental health is equally important. So practicing mindfulness and meditation and other stress reducing activities, right? So seeking support. Listen, reach out to family, friends, or colleagues that can help you get through this feeling of burnout. Engaging in activities that you enjoy. So if you have hobbies, if you have activities that bring you joy and relaxation, dial into those. And if you don't, Why don't you just start trying new things out and seeing what you find passion for, as an example. Practicing self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, people. Recognize that achieving balance is an ongoing journey and allowing yourself to make mistakes. We are all human because we all bleed the same, as they say, and mistakes help you learn. So you should be able to do that without judgment of yourself and staying present. You know, being in the moment, whether it's at work or with loved ones, being mindful can really enhance the experience of being present and also reduce stress. And last but not least, being dialed into your identity. You know, daily habits that you are aligned with, routines that you love doing, and dialing into the sense of purpose and fulfillment. So I'd love to encourage you as you are on this journey of battling burnout is try to get into the journey towards balancing your life. You know, emphasizing this, that it is an ongoing process and it requires you to be dedicated, to be self-aware, and to be non-judgment of some of the things that you might be feeling or experiencing. Thank you for joining Getting Curious with Coach Cecilia. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share below. I look forward to seeing you on our next Getting Curious with Coach Cecilia. Have a fantastic weekend.